At the age of 30, Dr. Govindappa Venkatswamy was all set for a career in obstetrics when he was struck with crippling arthritis in his hands that robbed his strength. He switched his specialty to ophthalmology and mastered the skills of intricate eye surgery. Almost 40 years later, he was given the Helen Keller International Award for his achievements as a leader in the worldwide fight against preventable blindness. Dr. Venkataswamy has personally performed more than 100,000 cataract operations, pioneered safe assembly line techniques for performing such surgery in 7 minutes at mobile eye camps, and has established the Arvind Eye Hospital in Madurai, as well as a children's hospital and a nutrition center to prevent blindness in children under the age of 6. The son of farmers in the Tirunelveli district of Tamil Nadu, Dr. Venkataswamy received his university degrees, served in the army for several years, and worked in government services until 1976, when he reached the age of mandatory retirement.
I was born in a small village, as I said, from a farmer's family. In my early age, I had lost some of my close relatives, girls between 19 and 20 perhaps, in childbirth. So I thought something I must do in my life to prevent such deaths. That is the reason why I was interested in medicine. I finished my medicine. Then I served in the army after the World War II for 3.5 years. Then I joined the government maternity hospital at Madras to specialize in maternity work. At that time, I developed very severe arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and I had to be hospitalized for more than a year. So I couldn't continue the maternity work, and I drifted on to the eye work and joined the Egmore Eye Hospital in Madras. The maternity was very hard work. The eye surgeon was not to work that hard. Even though it was very difficult for me in the early days. I couldn't hold a pen, I couldn't walk even 10 feet. So I was crippled for years. But then I had to generally, gradually work hard and train myself to do eye surgery. So later I could do at one day 100 cataract operations. So it did a lot of hard training. The day I don't see a child going blind in my life, I think I have lived my life successfully the whole of my life. Because this problem has been such a colossal one that children who are born normally, healthily, going blind at the age of 2 or 3 is such a sad thing in the whole humanity. Normally I get up in the morning at about 4:45, 5 o'clock, and I go to the hospital at 6:30 in the morning. Most of the time I oversee how the patients are moving, doctors are in place, the operation theatre starts functioning, supervision activities. Some days in the rush, I see the outpatients also. So we started with 1 floor, occupied it, made some money, went on to 2nd floor. Like that, step by step we went on. Yes, the banks are not willing to give us money. We are not supposed to have credit worthy.
With funds supplied by a family-created charitable trust, Dr. Venkataswamy has enlisted the help of his sister and brother, their spouses, his nephew and his niece to carry out his humanitarian work. They form a team serving as doctors, administrators, building engineers and entrepreneurs, the latter manufacturing eyeglasses and other equipment.
We have to bring the efficiency of an industry, optimum use of manpower, optimum use of space, optimum use of equipment. Then even a country like India, which is supposed to be a developing country, it is possible to have good hospitals, where the standard is comparable to international standard, self-supporting. There are hospitals which make a lot of money, but they don't care for the poor people. Here in this hospital, 2/3 of our work is for the free patients. And not only we take care of them, but we go to their villages, examine them there, and bring them there, trying to provide free transport and free food also. So that is the unique part of this hospital. We used to select a town or a place where there was cooperation with the people, examine 1,000, 2,000 patients. And we used to have a large number of people who are not able to see their food even to eat. So we set up an operation theatre there, and we used to operate 300, 400 patients. Right now we have about 10 vehicles with us, and we operate 16 to 20 camps each week. Each one we have got field organizers to go and contact the local agencies, maybe Rotary Club or Lions Club or Sai Baba organization or local bank or industry, and they do the propaganda. They find a place for us to work, and then we examine, do the complete examination like we do in the hospital. The man needs glasses, we prescribe glass for him. The man needs an operation like cataract operation, then we transport him here. The people are so poor that they have to be given not only free operation, but we are going to give them free transport, free food and free glass also. Now even this, a lot of people don't know. They don't know where to go, where they will be treated well, where there will be a delay for that. So the ordinary man finds it difficult. Somebody has to bring him also. So to overcome these problems of the people, we organize camps, massive camps, about 800 camps each year. And we bring about 16 to 20,000 cataracts for operation alone. But this has to be extended. It is not enough, as you know.
Blindness is a staggering public health problem throughout the developing world. In India alone, some 9 million people are estimated to have lost their sight. To reach more people in need, Dr. Venkataswamy established the Arvind Children's Eye Hospital in 1984 to focus on pediatric diseases and set up satellite eye hospitals to service the 100-mile area around Madurai. Both provide free care to the majority of patients.
This was the first center where we could bring these children and the mothers and then demonstrate to them. So in 15 or 20 days time, the mother could pick up the skill and then see for herself how these children became more aware and then gradually picked up weight and became better. Nearly 50 or 60,000 children go blind every year, totally. And there are lots more children who go partially blind. So vitamin A deficiency has been a major problem, and I was interested in the problem for the last 30 years. That is why we made this children's hospital. Though our primary interest was eye, we didn't want children to go blind due to vitamin A deficiency. And we started the Nutrition Rehab Center in 1971, and government is also interested to eradicate this problem. Recently we conducted a study with the help of Ford Foundation, and we found that vitamin A not only helps the children to see well, to prevent blindness, but it also helps the children to grow well, prevent death in children also. So we are now organizing more and more research, try to convince the government that children must be saved by giving vitamin A, not only their life but their sight also. So I am much involved in this vitamin A problem also. We are trying to educate the child care workers or the health workers on treatment of malnutrition. We are trying to train the child care workers also. So in the same way, if we can make the mothers aware that their children can be normal, that it is the basic need of a child to grow that they must give this food, then the whole problem can be solved easily. I think apart from the intellect, you get intuition. Suddenly you get an idea. Yes, you must have an hospital here. Or you must have collaboration with the university somewhere else. Or you think it is possible to eradicate nutritional blindness in the whole world. These are intuitive ideas that come. And then you are pushed to work. So it is some sort of push which you don't know where it comes from. And then your intellect takes it up and tries to put it into a shape.
So much has been accomplished, but Dr. Venkataswamy marches on relentlessly. Where does he get his courage and inspiration from?
You will find in my life a large amount of influence by Sri Aurobindo. I had the opportunity to have his darshan in April 1950. Since then I have been going to the ashram almost once in 2 months. And I find that has got a great influence. For example, we didn't plan this hospital as such. It has grown all these years. Most of the activities have come, like building of Tirunelveli Hospital, changing hospital, additional expansion of Madurai Hospital. They are not in our original plans at all. So we feel that this is all due to the influence of Sri Aurobindo and the mother in their way of working.
Does this philosophy sort of pervade into your way of working?
To a large extent, certainly, to all. To me, this hospital work is a sadhana for my spiritual growth, you can call it. It is like doing karma yoga. Day in and day out you are busy with seeing the patient or providing the basic amenities for them. And this gives you an opportunity how to see your mind react into it and how the spiritual power can be developed slowly and steadily. I think this is a very good example of karma yoga.